Hi everyone, Caruana is new USA chess champion after beating Mishra yesterday. Let's quickly jump into the game, what happened. So Caruana started with e4, c5 by Mishra, who is actually the youngest grandmaster ever, and also the youngest who reached 2600, only by the age of 14, so very talented player. So he goes for Sicilian, knight f3, d6. Here Fabi mostly plays d4, going to open Sicilian, but this time he opted for this bishop to b5, which is Moscow variation or canal attack. So here black has two main moves, either to play bishop to d7 or knight to d7. Knight d7 is more ambitious. Knight d7, d4, cd4, now we take with a queen. But Mishra opted for this little bit drawish move, bishop to d7, because bishop can be exchanged. But Fabi didn't want to exchange a bishop and he played c4. Let's also see this line. If we take, queen takes and just castle. But c4, he wants to keep pieces on the board. Knight f6. Here, again, if black takes here, then we take with a pawn, and as this pawn is a little bit annoying because knight c3 and we will guard this pawn. But knight f6 was played. Now knight c3, we have to guard this pawn on e4, g6, and here we can play in d4, cd, and knight takes, but Fabi opted for taking the bishop first. Queen takes, and now castle, bishop goes to g7, d4, cd4, and queen takes d4. Little bit interesting move. I think more common is to take with the knight, but Fabi opted for that. And after knight to c6, attacking a queen, we have to play queen to d3 to return the queen, castle, bishop d2 was played, a6, preparation of b5. So now rook a to b1 was played, very interesting move. White wants to avoid this rook being on this dangerous diagonal, and also he's preparing to play b3, also maybe b4 and b5. So knight g4 was played, a good move. Knight aims toward e5 square. Now queen to e2, rook f to c8. Yes, this move was a little bit strange according to Fabi. He didn't understand it, and yeah, as you can see, rooks are kind of in the way of each other. So knight d5, very good move. Queen d8. And here Fabi plays a really interesting move, bishop c3. So wanting to exchange this bishop. And here, best move would be to play like this, e6, bishop takes, king takes, and knight to e3. But actually, Mishra made a slight inaccuracy and he took a bishop. And now, very good move by Fabi. He didn't capture it with the knight, but he captured with the b pawn. And actually, this is the best move according to computer, because it also opens this b file. And we can take here on b7, and there's great pressure. Here also knight can jump on b6, and yeah, rook are in great danger. So that's why rook a to b8 was played. But now again, very good move, c5. Trying to break this pawn structure. Knight c to e5 was played. Let's consider this option. If black takes here, what would happen? Now knight b6, and as you can see, this rook is under attack, and the rook has to be placed on c7. But now here rook lacks squares and it's actually trapped. Rook f2 d1 can be played, queen to e8. But now very good move, e5, so trying to advance this pawn. Also h3 will be very dangerous because knight lacks squares. Rook d8, h3, knight h6. Now e6, trying to open the position, so f6 has to be played. But now queen e3, attacking a knight. Knight f5, and now we can take this pawn, and white is way better here in this position. So after c5, black didn't take, but played knight to e5. But now we take a knight, knight takes e5, and very good move here by Fabi, just f4, attacking this knight and preparing f5. Knight d7, now we took here because pawn was under attack. takes, and f5, very excellent move, trying to open position and play knight f6, or even the biggest threat is to play f6, bring queen here and checkmate black's king. So queen to g5 was played, so very good move, preventing white to play queen to e3. Now rook f4, also interesting, knight e5. Now of course we double rooks. It's not it's supposed not to be bad move, doubling. So rook to c5, option to take a knight, you know, if we open a position and there's a threat. So queen to e3. Now of course random move, let's do a random move. The threat is to take here, and if we take with this pawn, then rook f8 takes, and queen is lost. Sorry, like this, and queen is lost. So that was the idea of queen to e3. Rook to f8 was played, and now again great move by Fabi. Queen to h3, pressuring on h file. So rook has to take the knight. Let's consider this move. Let's do a random move b5. What's the threat? We can take on g6, h6, but now knight f6, and as you can see, if king goes here to g7, this is beautiful checkmate on h7. So this was a huge threat, so that's why black doesn't have other option to take this knight. But now e d5, rook goes to e8, and now f g6 was played. Also playable was this c4, interesting, trying to soften this knight here, so he doesn't have support of d6. And after b6, I'd say maybe just queen to a3, attacking here. Yeah, white is winning. But he first took on g6, fg6, and now he played queen e3. Queen goes back, h3, kind of safe move a little bit. King g7, queen d4, we are pinning a knight. Rook e7, and here in this position, even I was thinking c4, c5 is good move. But interestingly enough, Fabi opted for rook to f6. Not finding the right move, I think. This would be quite easier. Rook d7. And here again, c4 would be very good move. Maybe he was afraid of this endgame. Queen takes, rook takes, king takes. But actually after c5, let's say king e7, white is totally winning. Its computer says +5. So queen h4, Fabi avoids that, exchanging the two rooks for a queen. Rook c7, and here, yes, here queen to b4 was played, and that wasn't the best move. If you have opportunity, and pause your video and try to find the best move in position here for white, what would you play? Okay, rook e6 is a good move, but even better is this simple h4. And the threat is to go h5, h6, and soften king here, and this would be game over in a couple of more moves. Let's say h5, but now queen can enter here. There's huge pressure, check, attacking queen, queen d7, let's say. But now rook here, and other rook is jumping here, so hopeless position, also check is threatened. So this would be much easier, but funnily enough, after queen to b4, knight c4, actually this queen is kind of trapped here. It lacks good squares and what to do. So Fabi was quite mad on himself. Again, very good move, queen to g5, trying to enter here the position. Queen a4, yes, rerouting the queen, that was good move. But now this pawn drops already, and this knight is octopus knight, very strong here. Rook f3, attacking the queen. Queen d2. Yes, we don't want to exchange the queens because now black is winning. So queen a1 was a good move. Knight e5, rook d1, attacking a queen. Also trying to save this pawn. Queen c2, rook f2, again attacking queen e4. And now Fabi finds a really beautiful move. a4, his plan is to play a5 and lock here the king side. h5, a5, queen e3, queen b2, g5, and yes, and this move wasn't that good because now rook can enter here on f5. And now Fabi finds a really beautiful move, queen to b6, but computer suggests king to h1, g4, rook d f1, takes, rook f3, queen e4, and rook takes f3. Yes, but this is a little bit dangerous. A knight is jumping here, so yeah. Fabi found more practical and easy move to win, queen b6. Now queen has to be exchanged, rook c5, but now rook enters on f5 and this pawn is under attack. So king g6, and now we double, and rooks are strong here. So black takes a pawn, but now rook f8, very good move. White wants to transfer rook here and take this pawn, and trying to promote b pawn. So g4 was played. Let's also consider this move, rook b5, but now just check, king g7, and we take this pawn here on d6. But after g4, rook g8 was played, king h7. Now it was quite easy. Rook goes to b8, rook b5, check, king goes there. Now we take a pawn, hg4, rook b8. We are preparing to promote. Now also king g7, and here very good practical move, king to h2, avoiding some g3 and potential checkmate on the back rank when rook leaves the f1 file, I mean f1 square. Rook b3 was played, now rook to c1, king f6, now Fabi enters here, so preventing knight jumps on d7 and c6. Knight g6, b7, g3 check, but this is not dangerous. King can enter here on h3 and it's quite safe. Knight f4, king g4, knight e6. Now rook goes here and we'll pick this pawn and pin the king. Knight c5. Now we check, take with a check. King e5, rook c6, attacking a knight. Knight d7, rook e8, king d5. Now we take this pawn. Rook takes here, but now g pawn will decide the game. King takes g3, rook b3, king h4, knight c5, attacking a rook, so rook a5, king d6. Now we try to advance, king d7, rook e1, knight goes here, but now very good, again, practical move, rook to a7, king c6, and now I think even this works, but g5 first, and after king to b6, now Fabi finally took here, king takes and g6, and there's no way, king c6, g7, rook b8, and king h5, and there's no way black can stop this promotion of the pawn. So Fabi won this game and also US Championship of 2023, so congratulations to him, amazing player, my big idol and big talent, yes, of course, big inspiration. So guys, that was it. Today it's the final round, but I think it won't be that interesting. But anyway, thank you for watching this video as always, and please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.